Hi guys, welcome back to my Safe Space Kitchen. So today I'm going to be making whole wheat oatmeal and molasses bread. This bread is very simple to make. It's very healthy. The sugar levels are very low, which makes it even more healthier. If you want to learn how to make it, please stay tuned. Make room at the table. Come on. Safe Space In my stand mixer, I'm gonna add my whole wheat flour. To that, I'm also gonna add oatmeal. I'm gonna add my salt and nutmeg and a tablespoon of my dry yeast. Once I have all the dry ingredients together, I'm gonna mix it really well, and then I'm gonna add my wet ingredients. So I'm gonna add my room temperature butter. Make sure that all your ingredients are room temperature, okay? That's very important. Once I have my butter in there, I'm gonna go ahead and add my molasses. So molasses is a byproduct of sugar. To me, I think it's a healthier option. Molasses is great. It's a great source of iron, selenium, copper, and it's good for the bones altogether. Okay, so if you're looking for another option for sugar, try molasses. I think it's a great option, and you might love it, you might not. So to that, I'm gonna go ahead and add my milk. I'm gonna gradually add my milk to make sure that it's nicely and well incorporated. Okay, while you're pouring your milk in there, give your flour a quick stir here and there to make sure everything is mixed in nice. You want to make sure whatever the mixer cannot do, you're doing, so you're helping the mixer out, sort of, kind of, right? I'm also gonna add my water, a little by little. Guys, I forgot my cocoa powder, and that's okay because I can still put it in, right? So I went ahead and put it in. The cocoa powder is going to give it a very beautiful brown color, and it's going to give it a good smell as well. So I'm going to go ahead and continue mixing the dough. Now it's the time to put it at a high speed and kind of give it a good mix, okay? And once that's done, I went ahead and added my vanilla. Honestly, this should have went in with my wet ingredients as well, but I forgot, okay? My bad. Don't be like me. Once I put in my vanilla, I gave it a couple more mixes, and it's done. This is the texture that you want, okay? Like that. So once our dough is nicely mixed, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of flour on my surface, and we're gonna start kneading my dough. Okay, kneading your dough is very important. Honestly, I don't like kneading doughs. It's quite a job, if you ask me, but it's very important because you want to activate all the gluten to help the bread bake nicely and have a great texture. Okay, so kneading is very important. I knead my dough for a good 10 to 15 minutes. It's a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie, but you gotta do it, right? So that's what you see me doing here. Once I feel like it's good, I'm gonna go ahead and oil my bowl. You could use oil, you can use butter, whichever one you prefer, okay? And that's what you see me doing here. Once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and sit my dough in a bowl. And once my dough is in the bowl, I'm gonna go ahead and cover it up with a saran wrap. I do that first, and then I'm gonna cover it with a dumb cloth, okay? Once I cover it like this, I'm gonna go ahead and sit it in my oven and turn on the light like so. In about an hour, my dough is it has doubled in size, and this is an indication that it's good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and separate it into two with my scraper. You could use a knife, it doesn't matter. I just happen to have that at hand, and then I'm gonna go ahead and roll my dough. You can measure this to get right proportions, but I didn't do that. That's the beauty of doing things at home, right? You get to do it however you want it, and it's still great. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this into a log. Creating that perfect bread size, I guess, it's really not a big deal when you're making bread at home. That's also another beauty of making your own bread, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, but don't mind the body, mind the inside. I don't know if that makes sense, right? When it comes to bread, creating that log sometimes can be a little complicated, but take it from an amateur baker. It doesn't matter, okay? Just do the best you can. So I kind of just keep folding it and adjusting to make sure I get a pretty decent shape of a log. And once I feel like it's good, that's it. I don't stress myself, but I keep, adjusting and adjusting just to make sure that once I sit it in my pan, it looks nice. Sometimes it doesn't work out, sometimes it does. So this is my log, and this is the best that I could do, and that's fine. I'm gonna go ahead and oil my pan as well with some butter. This is not butter, this is oil, my bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and line it with oil and then some flour, okay? And once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and sit my dough in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and place my bread in my pan like so, okay? And once this is done, I'm gonna go ahead and work on my second one. Same procedure, nothing changes. And then once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and cover my bread with a saran wrap, okay? Make sure you kind of wrap it tightly so that there's no space in the corners. Once it's wrapped, I'm gonna go ahead and cover it up again with my damp cloth, okay? I'm gonna sit this out for about an hour. After an hour, our bread has risen beautifully, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and brush on top of my dough with some melted honey. I just sit like a teaspoon of honey in the microwave to get it, and I get it to melt, and then I just spread it on top of my bread, okay? Once that's done, I will go ahead and add my oatmeal. Just a little sprinkle of oatmeal to give it a beautiful look, just a little garnish, you know what I mean? So that's what you see me doing here. Once that's done, I set my oven to 325 and I bake this bread for 15 to 20 minutes. But before that, I place a little bit of water underneath my stove. That's gonna help retain moisture, okay? After 15 to 20 minutes, this is what we have. Bread baked beautifully. You see that? So beautiful. Look at that color. Isn't it nice? So once my bread comes out of the oven, I'm gonna go ahead and take it out the pan and put it on my cooling rack, okay? I'm gonna make sure that my bread is completely cooled before I cut it, okay? If you don't have the patience, that's fine. But we're done, guys. Look at that bread. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next video.